Welcome, people. Here we are back at Adrian's. We're in the office area. I had been to a local food warehouse kind of a store. It's called Winco, and it has a lot of large cheese selections and such, because a lot of people on whatever food stamps and things like that, a lot of their food is ready and geared for those purchases as well. But it's just this huge warehouse of food, and this is my second or third time shopping there by myself, and I just was so excited to show you everything that I got. So why don't we start with that, because these items have a lot of, almost everything is refrigerated time needed. And do you recall this fabulous, freezer cold food bag that I've gotten on Temu? I love it so much. It holds much more than you would ever think it would. Yeah. So let's start with this precious one. All right, where's your zipper? And I will be able to tell you about this wonderful woman I met when I was out getting my cart. And I was passing out dry carts to people, being the precious person that I am. And so this lady was like, thinking I've got, and she's like, I'm like, no, this one's for you. And she's like, oh, wow. And so, of course, I started with one of mine. Well, how terrific to meet you here today. I want to let you know I appreciate you and honor you for coming out. Because I'm not that person. She probably easily goes out every day. But anyhow, it turned out tons of personal philosophy in common. Isn't that fantastic? Oh, it is just so incredible to meet people. She was younger than me. I'm not sure how young. I don't know. She could have been 60. I'm just not sure. But we talked for a good 25 minutes. And once you're inside the store, you can't see outside. And I had to say, please, I'm so sorry. This is all so interesting and everything. She was starting to talk candy recipes, which all of you would want to hear, because they were like 3 ingredient. She's a killer. She's a killer diller. Absolutely. And I can't wait to see if she comes and checks me out on my YouTube channel. So let's go ahead in this container here. I got this very large bag of Reese's Fine Foods. It's the Baja Cafe beef and bean burritos. There's 8 of them in here. It's just for him to have on hand, because he often just does not stop to eat at work. Anywho, he'll have these at home in the freezer, as he likes to have, and he'll be able to grab that for a quick food anytime. Look at this. I do believe this was under $4, just under $4 possibly, or it was $4. But for prosciutto, that is an extremely good price. Sorry, I should have had my receipt with me. But I love prosciutto, so I know that I will be happy to make a prosciutto bagel. So that's a good one. I know I will eat. Now look at this. From the deli, this was $3.48. It's mashed potatoes with fixins. It looks like green onion, which I adore, cheese, which I adore, and potentially bacon. So it's like a loaded potato. $3.48. Okay, that's a meal in a bowl right there. If I want to add something to it, it's possible. But I got it because all in all, it's a meal in a bowl. fresh food, people, fresh food. I guess the thing about these are, I do believe I'm going to have to start paying attention to my sodium intake. And I know you're all saying, well, forget it with this, Adrienne. Forget it with the types of food you eat. I know. I'm totally a savory lover. Ooh, yeah. And savory usually has stuff to do with salt and sodium. Do I need to learn the difference between salt and sodium? Because it is the sodium I am worried about per se, because I can read it on these boxes. And as you know, let's see, sodium on this, 970 milligrams of sodium. It's a lot, I think it's a lot. But what's a mother to do? For the most part right now, these are still the mainstay of what, if I need to eat, and I'm doing the mouth doesn't want to cooperate with what the mind knows, and even the tummy sometimes is talking. But I know that these are just not in any way, shape, or form a terrific meal for me, but they still do work. These were only $1.17, so that's less than the $1.25 at Dollar Tree, right? Okay, so I got 4 of those, and this was under $2, I believe. It's 3 if I'm totally wrong, but this is low moisture part skim mozzarella, a different cheese. I'm looking for a different cheese, and this is my different cheese I chose. So those items, you can see everything I was doing was in the cold section, and in my other bag here, I put the other bags that I'd been doing, and I did self-check. Always something, because I always need help, and the self-check people are often grumpy. They have no people skills. It's like, if you hate your job, I'm over here smiling. All you have to do is walk over and punch a few things. Why is that pissing you off? It was near the end of the shift, because another lady came just as I was leaving. How gorgeous do I look? I want to tell you that 3 women in my age group complimented me on my hat alone. My age group women saying, go Rastafarian, go baby. Yeah. Like that first lady I was talking to, we agreed, things are legal. We like living in Oregon. Yeah. Was running out of room for cold stuff. So, Honey Crunch Foster Farms, 12 minutes in the air fryer. Certainly, Adrienne, this could be a good meal snack. But, once again, sodium 470 for 1. In fact, it's 180 calories for 1 corn dog, 9 grams of fat, 2.5 saturated fat, 30 cholesterol, 470 sodium, 18 carbohydrate, 1 fiber. Total sugars are 6, and they are all added, and 7 protein. Yay. I'm glancing over here trying to read something else, but that's okay. All right, Foster Farms. We recognize Foster Farms. Yay, Foster Farms, thank you. And another cold item in here, because it's all in the bottom of the regular shopper bag. You'll notice a theme at times. If it's not beef, it's shrimp scampi. So I know that these kind of bagged, ready-made things can often be a little bit, like, oh, but that's what I buy, and that's okay. And it's only 10 minutes. They call this big bag a meal for 2. Yay! And it certainly does look delicious, doesn't it? I think it looks wonderful. You could microwave it, stove top it. Yay! Yay, baby! Yay, baby! All right. What wasn't a cold product were these wonderful Big Shop jalapeno cheese bagel with a cheddar topping. Okay. So look at the 6. Look at these huge 6. Wonderful. I'm going to be having a little prosciutto. A little prosciutto. Yes, deliciosa. Deliciosa. And these were only $3.98 for 6. $3.98 for 6. I wish I could do math in my head because I would do math to see what they cost. All right. Now here's a big crack up. I love, as I've told you, this yellow gingham, you know, good for cold groceries. And I went to order another one. I loved it so much. I grab it out of the back seat, throw the plastic off of it, take it in, and when I go to put my hand in to pull it out as the second one that would, you know, be the size of the first one, and they hold a lot, and I love them to pieces. Oh my God. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. It's miniature. It's miniature, people. Oh my God. I was just in there with nobody to squeal at, to be like, it's miniature. All right, the miniature one only has a zipper on one side. So obviously this is an adorable lunch container for somebody, but let's see, open it up, and you're like, what'd you get in there? Well, look, on top, I've got an onion and an avocado, and the onion was maybe, we'll pretend, 50 cents, and the avocado was $2. It's totally not ripe yet. And these fit on the top. After I put these other 2 ready-made cold item foods into this little precious container. And so this is today's meal for sure, because it's sushi, and they make it daily-ish. But anyhow, this was only $6.28. Totally reasonable for 10 pieces of California roll, which is usually fake crab, avocado, and your sushi rice. So this is going to be delicious. I'm going to really, really enjoy this. Okay? The other already made cold food item, already made. Oh my goodness, this does look like something incredible. Fresh food. It is fresh. It's not frozen, people. And it was only $4.98. And this is just under a pound of food. So it looks like we've got black olives, tomato chunks, pasta. I love the pasta. Okay, so bacon, pasta, black olives, tomatoes, chicken carbonara dinner. Well, I know I love chicken carbonara. So we will see how this stands up to loving it, loving it, loving it. But people, all of these are just ready to go. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to do anything. I just have to get up, get into the kitchen, and put it into the microwave or what have you. But you can see why I was so excited to show you everything. It's really some, what we would say in Hawaii, oh no, O-N-O. Oh no, that's delicious in Hawaii. Oh no, the food, yeah, the food is oh no. So we're gonna just put this back in here for a second to get it off the tabletop and let you know that besides meeting this lady, that was a really neat thing to happen. I had put off sending back some towels to Temu, and the UPS store that I could take it to was my choice. is on the way to another way to get to the Winco store. So I was like, okay, let's make really good use of this time. And I was a little nervous that the shipping label could expire, but the guy at UPS, he told me that doesn't mean anything to them. Oh, okay. So I thought expired could mean like I'll go there and they'll go like scan it and be like, no, there's no money to do this. He said, no, that you just worked that on the other end. So that's kind of good to know. I could totally appreciate that return postage is dated. And they really, I know, will not be happy when we don't use one that we requested. Anyhow, these towels were a mess. I don't think I even showed them to you. Should have. They were a nice soft cotton. Much smaller, of course, than I would have wanted for a bath towel, but the face cloth and the hand towel, they were perfect. I bought it in blue and in pink, and let's just say the two of them together came to about $25, which is way too much. I got a little bit of a rebate, but not enough to be happy. Anyhow, maybe it all came down to $15. I don't know, with some rebates. But I washed them together, no fear. And the chunks of large, chunky lint that came off of the blue towel, really huge, chunky, soft pieces coming off the blue towel, which completely covered the pink towel in lint. And I went to take my lint brush and was like, oh, this is a no-go. This is a no-go. I even went so far as to get the lint floor brush, kind of the wiry thing. And I was going to, and that of course just kind of ripped threads on the pink one. It was a mess. But anyhow, they were a mess. Never doing it again. I've tried towels on Temu, and I guess unless I'm going to put out, $25 or more in what they do call cotton towels. But I'm not going to spend that much because I can get a cotton towel at Target for $7. Okay? And at times I just wish that they had more variety in the color selection. All right. Well, I'm doing one of those looking around like, what? This is. Oh, I am just so in love with this. You just don't know. And I'm sure I paid as much as I paid for the big one. All right. Well, so this is just a real fast, what did I buy at Winco that's going to keep me fed this week easily. And yeah, and when you're buying the ones that are like freshly prepared, you better eat it, Adrian. I was telling the one lady that I'd made friends with, Leslie, that was her name, lovely, talented Leslie, that most of the time it's even, if I'm shopping, I'm looking at it, is that how much I'm willing to spend to throw it away? Think about that for a minute, people. Food issues, not wanting to be in the kitchen, not wanting to participate in the kitchen makes for a lot of food waste. Yeah. I'm always like, oh, if I lived in a different place of time and such where I could just, of course, I'm thinking of the United Kingdom. Just every day go up to the close local store and pick individual foodstuffs. Which, the whole Parisian idea of always going out and buying your fresh loaf of French bread every day. And then you'd have a vegetable and fruit stand. You stop and don't touch. Do not touch. No. In Europe, in France, let them touch. You want this beautiful tomato? Oh, okay. it's just, yeah. France is a lot of don't touch. Very opposite of America, huh? But anyhow, charmed lives that we all can live. And I live a very charmed life, and I'm very, very lucky. And I've mentioned before our family member in the Flockhart circle, the family circle. This family member is has been diagnosed with cancer and is right now going to a cancer specialty clinic to see what they say could be done for him versus what Kaiser has offered, which is basic overall radiation and this and that. Nothing sophisticated, as it were, like just targeting an area with the radiation. I don't know. But family member has gone out of state and is checking that out this week. So that is something. And in the interim, I'm going to have advertisements. My advertisement is going to be for in Portland, Oregon. If you have a Japanese car, I have a reputable, family-owned automotive repair, and you would be able to meet my son when you go there. He's not your mechanic, but he named his LLC, My Mechanic is Great, which I think is a fantastic attitude to have. My mechanic is great. But it's a really, really lovely, young, local families, people. It's not a corporate thing at all. And you'll get incredible service. Blah, blah, blah. But you'd be able to meet my son if you went there. So, more deets later. More deets in the weeks to come. Is what that means is I'll have the address in my description box. Because really, Oregon, you're out there. You're out there. You may be listening. I have a few Oregon haulers that I'm hauling friends with and such like that. So anyway, that's what's going on. Okay? Prayers for our cancer family person. Definitely prayers for that. Thank you, God. Thank you very, very much. Window God. Window God is out there in the trees. Yeah. And I have to have a window with trees that I can look out on with Window God, who's made everything that we love. Yeah. All that greenery in 4 seasons. Woohoo, baby. And the sign back here lets you know that the usual YouTube stuff is to hit the like button. Now I'll show you my beautiful fingernail for the thumbs up. Thumbs up. Let's be positive. Okay. And also to subscribe, there is the button such right down here. So subscribe. Here's another pretty. Look at these. See? All right, we'll get me out of it. Let's see if that helps. Hi, Adrian. Didn't help at all when what you're doing. All right. The images of the nails is from a sticker set that was called Karma. Karma, baby. Karma. Karma, baby. And in fact, while I was talking to the lady, us with our 2 carts, another lady went by and she happened to not speak English very much. And she just kept going, nails. She'd seen me nails as I'm talking and such. Isn't that marvelous? It's the one thing women can really relate on. It's a very affordable way to look fashionable. And I had the other ladies in the cold food section complimenting me on my hat. and just being like, you really look so lovely. You look really fashionable. And I laughed and I said, well, thank you. This is the only place I dress up for now, is to go grocery shopping. And she said, thank you. But that's the truth. And many of us do laugh about that's what's left. My shopping forays out there, you know. That's it, baby. Well, I'm going to go ahead and shut this one down because I want to film another one. Yes, I do. Oh, yes, I do. I want to get another one filmed. So let's go ahead and say we did this. Fantastic. Thank you so much, everybody. See you again real soon.